What is up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back with another video and another bodybuilding news live. This is the third episode of that, which we are doing daily, so make sure you guys subscribe, hit the notification bell button, and that way you'll be notified of every video that goes up from myself, Xavier Wills, at Desktop Bodybuilding. And there's going to be a lot more live videos as well. We've got a ton of news in this one too, guys, so make sure you do stick around for the whole video, because we're discussing Nick Walker's major changes, what he's doing for his 2023 off-season, how things might change. We're talking about this man here, Fabian Rabia, or he's actually going by a different name now, which I believe is Fabiony Sylvain, or Sylvain. And he's looking fantastic, just 5 weeks out of his pro debut, so we're going to discuss that. Martin Fitzwater, got an off-season update from him. Nathan Dasha, almost 300 pounds. A whole bunch of news in this one for you guys. So let's get straight into it. We're going to start with this man here, who's only 5.5 weeks out of the Charlotte Cup, which I believe is only a classic physique show. So it's confirmed that he's doing classic physique, and the dude is looking fantastic. I mean, first off, look at those legs. The fact that this guy, if he's not too far off the weight cap, I've got to imagine this guy is going to be extremely dangerous, not just in this show coming up, but also in Olympia type shows. Now, the question is from the back, how he's going to be looking from the back, but he looks like he's improved that to me. And from the front, he's dominant. He's a guy that from the front can beat the top guys, or some of the top guys at least, in the classic physique. People that are saying that he's going to be, you know, his cap is 10th, I mean, look at that physique. How does that stand next to a Terence Ruffin? You know, now Terence Ruffin is obviously a master at posing, but can he outmass this guy? And I don't know how tall Fabian Rabia is, but he's crazy impressive. Guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think of Fabian Rabia, or Fabian Rabia, or whatever? And how do you think he'll do? Not just at this show coming up, because most of you guys will obviously predict him winning, but how do you think he'll do going forward? Like, if he qualifies for this year's Olympia, can he mix it up with the top 4, top 5 sort of guys? Like, how would he compare to a Mike Sommerfeld? How would he compare to even Urs Kalaczynski, or Ramon Dino? I think is his closest comparison, because they've got that pretty physique, the really nice shape, the really nice muscle bellies, and plenty of muscle for that division. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Now I'm going to share my screen and show you some recent updates, and one of them is from, we've got Nick Walker on the screen right here, but Nathan Dasha, you can see on the screen there, it is sideways. It says 133.9 kilograms. That's 295 pounds or thereabouts. So Nathan Dasha is adding some serious muscle to his physique in 2023, and I cannot wait to see his comeback to the stage. He seems like he's training extremely hard in all his recent updates. He's back to smashing it. He's obviously had those bicep tears, but I think Nathan Dasha is on the comeback trail. And people forget, this is a 7th place finisher in the Mr Olympia. So he's a guy that can, obviously is proven with aesthetics. He's able to, really place high, and he's got some freaky muscle as well. So I'm very excited to see Nathan Dasha. I don't think we've even seen the, that's one of his friends. I don't think we've seen the best from Nathan Dasha. I didn't actually see this post. This is 5 weeks ago. He says, to think this is exactly 1 year ago is crazy. Thinking about changing careers and doing other things was crossing my mind daily. Seeing so much negative SHIT out there made me want to come back and prove him wrong again, then say bye on my terms. So that's cool. So Nathan Dasha is committed to coming back, and look at that. If anyone's saying that Nathan Dasha is just scared or whatever, you can see the bruising. He's not faking that. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what Nathan Dasha does this year. And this was 1 year out and 10 weeks back at it. So you can see, obviously, Nathan Dasha can just pack on muscle in a matter of weeks. So cannot wait to see how he does in 2023. And guys, let me know in the comments. I will be heading back to your comments as well. I've only got a few so far. Am I an actual Raiders fan? Not particularly. I don't really follow NFL too much, but if I was to go for a team, it definitely would be the Raiders. But let's move on and discuss our next story. And the next one is about Martin Fitzwater. Here's his latest physique update. This is actually with his brother as well. He's out there helping his brother find colleges and attending colleges and all that sort of stuff. So shout out to Martin Fitzwater. I've actually asked him to see if he'll be able to jump in during this live stream, and I'll check back. No, he's not in the waiting room just as yet, but hopefully we get to see him in there and getting a bit of an opinion from Martin on what he's doing, what's going on, because we haven't recorded a Bodybuilding University for a little bit of time, but that will be back, and I'd love to have obviously Martin and all the guys back on. But This off-season update here, look at his legs. They're enormous at this point. Like, they're touching halfway down his quads. So I imagine that's why he's wearing these shorts, because otherwise I imagine you get huge chafing. But the thickness on the upper body as well is very impressive. I've seen other photos of Martin Fitzwater as well, like, you know, actual updates where he's hitting all the poses, and I'm very impressed. And yeah, just the way he's looking right now, if he brings a great level of conditioning, I said this to Martin in private, I said, you know, you have to be inside out from the back to bring the level of conditioning you want from the front. And I think that he is going to make sure that happens with this new added mass. The fact that he was second to Andrew Jack last year, who went on to finish 8th in the Olympia, 3rd in the Arnold Classic. And at Texas, Andrew Jack was better than he was at the Olympia, in my opinion. He's better than he was at the Arnold UK. Was he better at Texas than he was at the Arnold Classic? I think many people would say Arnold Classic was much better, but that package he brought to Texas was very impressive. Yes, it wasn't as conditioned as the Arnold, and there was deficiencies. So there's certain shots from the Arnold that Andrew Jack would definitely win against the Texas Pro version of Andrew Jack. But I think that, you know, I think overall, maybe that Texas version will win, because I think shots like the front double bicep, the front lat spread, were possibly better at Texas, but I think overall the package probably at the Arnold would have superseded the Texas one, but very, very close. So the fact that Martin was, you know, some people had an opinion that Andrew Jack was just too much, he's too overwhelming and far too overwhelming, but Martin pose for pose definitely did challenge Andrew Jack. The back poses and whatnot, we've discussed that, but that's in the past, and both guys are phenomenal bodybuilders. I cannot wait to see what Martin does this year, and he's killing it as well. He's got 132k followers now, but I think after this year he is going to be doing very well. You can see a lot of his feed is these shorts that he's doing now, and they're really, really entertaining too. Hopefully it doesn't play the audio, but yeah, they're just quick little bites of information and his opinion and stuff like that, and it's really, really good. It's valuable, it's easy to digest, and yeah, I think that Martin Fitzwater is going to become a very popular name in this industry as time goes on. And I'll see if he's not in the waiting room. But let me know your thoughts on Martin Fitzwater's latest update and how he's looking right now, as you can see on the screen just here. But anyway, let's move on to our next story. And the next one is about Nick Walker. You guys, I can see you guys want Bodybuilding University back, Mickey's Workshop. Martin is my favorite bodybuilder, from John Bless. And someone said, how old is Dasha now? He's 30 plus, isn't he? Yeah, he's definitely 30 plus. Keen to see him come back. That's from Ben MCG92. Oh, and then the photo as well. Look at there. The photo of Ben is with Brett the Butcher Wilkins. And it looks like that might have been from when he's in Australia, possibly, who knows. But shout out to you guys. And John Bless says 34 years old for Nathan Dasha, 1 year older than me. So yeah, anyway, let's move on to our next story. The next one is about Nick Walker. This is probably the highlight of the video, and what's going on with Nick Walker. What is his major changes? Are they major? Are they just minor? Well, anyway, you guys can assess that and judge that. Now, this is 2 weeks post Arnold, so we've got some physique updates from Nick Walker as well. I don't know if it's, I guess it's the tan on his shoulders that gives that weird color that comes off. I was thinking he had some sort of bruising for a little bit, but obviously it's not that. Now, he's doing himself no favors from taking these photos from an upward angle for his legs, because it's always going to make his upper body look bigger and his legs look a little bit smaller. And the fact that he wears Jordans with these updates too, I feel like it's his own thing now, like he's made that his trademark. But at the same time, I feel like it really does make his legs look bigger, because he wears those chunky Jordans that just, yeah, kill him, but they're sick shoes. But anyway, regardless of that, looking great. We're not going to see, obviously, crazy differences, but he's staying in great condition and great shape, and credit to him for having that discipline. But I think he's got a fire under him after that Arnold Classic. And see this one here. This one's from 1 day ago. You can see the back double bicep. Now, this is the news what we're going to get onto. So this is a little bit easier to digest and to see for you guys. So he says, going to try something new for this off-season training, going to do a push-pull leg split with doing legs twice a week. So it's not a bad idea. I'm assuming he went over all this with his coach, Matt Jansen, who's a phenomenal coach. And it's not a bad idea. So here you can see the post what Nick Walker actually put up. It says post back day flex. And then he says everything he said about doing legs twice a week. Everyone knows I was never a fan of keeping track of my training. He says meaning sets. Oh yeah, he says meaning sets, volume, etc. This time I want to see how I can progress on each lift correctly and really keep track of it. So it seems like he's going to try to really progressive overload, maybe, you know, just with adding more weight to his exercises. He's trying to grow. He wants fullness, so that's assumably what he's probably going to go for. Whether he volumizes more at the end and adds more reps in and stuff, and different things that these guys do, who knows? But it's he's logging it completely. You can see it here. Matrix machine, row machine. Is there any other crazy lift? Cambered bar, row. I don't know. So 275 pounds for 12 reps. Then he goes 10 reps, and then he goes 15. So I'm not sure, or maybe that's the last set there, the 12. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming it goes downwards. But yeah, very interesting to see how this goes, and hopefully Nick updates us with a lot of this sort of stuff as well, so we can see his progression in terms of his weights going up and all that, and we'll be here to report it on Desktop Bodybuilding. But also, we do have a video update from Nick Walker today too, and it seems like quads are definitely going to be his focus for 2023. As you guys are able to see, oops, got some sound in it. As you guys can see on the screen right now, the sweep looks great. I'm assuming he just trained legs. Oh yeah, obviously from this video. But yeah, he looks, I think, that has to be his main focus. That outer sweep, whatever he has to do to try to bring that up. And we saw what Big Ramy did with his legs, and that was absolutely insane. And guys, drop your comments and your questions in the comments if you are watching live right now, because I will try to get to those. If you guys get them in, I won't try to get to them. I will get to them by the end of the video. And if you are watching on replay as well, make sure that you put your questions, put your comments, and your opinions on everything that went down in this video. But yeah, overall, very impressed with Nick Walker. Guys, let me know. Can Nick Walker come back? Can he potentially win the Mr Olympia in 2023? I don't know if, this past placing for Nick Walker at the Arnold Classic is indicative of his potential at the Olympia. He's one of these guys that if everyone's just slightly off, like if Derek Lunsford comes to the Olympia and he's slightly off, Nick Walker can jump ahead. So that's the sort of guy Nick Walker is. He's a Dexter Jackson in a different physique, because Dexter Jackson, super consistent, always in condition, was always there for if these guys missed it, he can win an Olympia. It happened in 2008. I think Nick Walker is somewhat similar like that, but he can obviously as well get freaky to the level where he can just knock guys off. And the Arnold Classic package, I did do an episode of Who Wins as well, for you guys who don't know that series that I'm doing now. The last video of Nick Walker 2023 versus his 2022 version. I'll pull it up so you guys can see on the screen right now. There is a link to that in the comments below as well. That video has gone crazy and got a really good amount of hits, which I'll bring up on the screen for you guys right now. And also as well, so you guys know, there is an upcoming Olympia TV Live. So once you've watched this, go comment on my video and then head over to Olympia TV Live, where they've got, who do they have on that one? Oh, I just got off it, but they have a good episode coming up. I think Flex Wheeler, Bob Ciccarello, and they have a guest on there as well. So yeah, I'll bring it up on the screen right now for you guys. Sorry, I've got a share screen. This takes a second. Oops, not video file. But yeah, like I said, get your comments and questions in there right now, and I'll get to them shortly, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Oh, here we go. So as you can see on the screen right now, it says better or worse, and that one with Nick Walker. It's HD footage courtesy of Gilco Productions. It's that top left one there. Make sure you get on that, because I compare it, and I'll click on it as well for you guys, and I'll just mute it quickly. And you can see obviously there, the footage is next level. You guys can really see what's going on. I don't even know if it's, oh yeah, it's playing in HD. And you guys can get in the comments, let me know your thoughts. I should give my video a thumbs up. Yeah, and just let me know your opinion on Nick Walker versus, well, I'm getting confused between the screens now. So that was obviously an ad for that one, for Muscle Tech. But yeah, I wanted to say thank you to you guys for getting in the comments, and let's look at it. Ask to Grass, yeah, Nick Walker's squats were crazy in that one. So if you go back to that, you can see the squats are just like, and this is from a downward angle too, so it's actually never going to look as deep too. Like, that is way below parallel, and obviously he's just really trying to hit that outer sweep and hit it the whole way up. You're able to get more development of the overall quad if you are able to hit that properly. So we've got Samson here. Legs twice a week is too much. Just needs movement to increase outer sweep of thighs and actual give himself more rest. You grow while resting. Very good point as well from Samson 12321. Yeah, it's a good point, but legs twice a week might be a little bit different. Like, you hear the way Fuad does it, and a few other bodybuilders where they'll do a hamstring focused day and then a quad focused day, and they work glutes on both days or something like that. And Nick Walker, obviously his recovery is going to be increased. These guys obviously take things, do things that other people don't do, so they're able to get a little bit more of an advantage. So in terms of recovery, at least anyway. And Ronnie Coleman trading everything twice a week, so it's going to be interesting to see if he can do that. Oh, and Ben MCG 92 says, yeah, that was at the Gold Coast camp, dude. Was amazing. Oh, awesome, awesome. I was actually there for the first day, dude. But unfortunately, I had to take off and yeah, wasn't able to stick around for it. But hopefully next time we're able to tee that up with a lot of other pro bodybuilders to come up there and hopefully get a whole camp and go Australia wide. That would be absolutely amazing. And if there are any pros thinking about doing that, definitely hit me up. Hit up some other people, and we'll try to get it organised. Simon, let's not use Rami as an example for legs, please. Yeah, good point. Rami had something going on there, but he's definitely able to bring him up. Mickey's workshop. I don't think we can agree with the twice a week, depending on how he does it for recovery. Yep, good point. Good point. Love you guys getting in the comments. You guys are loyal desktoppers. And if you guys ever want to leave a super chat in any of these videos as well, your comment will be featured on the screen. I'll leave it up there for a while and I'll give you some sort of special shout out for supporting the channel as well. But I appreciate you guys just getting the comments for outer sweep. He needs to close foot stance in squats, leg press and leg extensions. Yeah, there's actually debated theories on this as well in terms of like, does depth matter more for outer sweep and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. I mean, John Meadows was famous for putting the heels together on a leg press and toes actually facing out, but going really deep and pushing the knees out. So that would be, and he believed that hit the outer sweep a lot better. But obviously the feet, it's a close foot stance. So yeah, like you said, it's probably going to hit the outer sweep a little bit more than the other. Ben MCG92 says Brett was saying Branch was coming to Oz this year. There's potentially a possibility of that for sure, I think, yeah. Obviously he's with Gasp and everything as well. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for getting in the comments and joining in on this Bodybuilding News Live. You have to make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell button if you want to be updated every time I go live for this series as well, because otherwise you guys just won't see it. And give a thumbs up. Make sure you comment, share it out, take a screenshot of this stream right now if you can, and then just post it on Instagram and tag at Desktop Bodybuilding, at Xavier Wills 89. I think the links are all that are in the description below as well. And yeah, shout out to you guys and thank you so much to all the loyal desktoppers. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining in on this one. I think that's it for this video. And if you did enjoy it, like I said, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. So that's it for me for Xavier Wills, Desktop Bodybuilding. We are